Yeah. Okay. Trained Gumbo Chef this morning, and when I was training Gumbo Chef, my TikTok video was at 384,000 views, and we are now over 500,000. And the shit that people write, especially people who aren't even have any videos up, have made comments like they call me shit stick, they call me misspelling. I mean, on and on. And I look at all these dipshits, and I'm not trying, but these people have like 15 followers, and they're telling me that I'm putting up the stupidest shit. It's a 6-second video. 6 seconds. That's all it is. Is 6 goddamn seconds. And they're all going like saying the shit they say. Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. Yes, Josh, the start of 1,400 more. But I mean, it's kind of bullshit. So I keep checking, and the comments just keep coming. And I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? It's like, get a fucking light. It's a 6-second video. It's a 6-second video. That's all it is. Yeah. Yeah. What Frost replied, just going opposite of the other comments. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. People nasty. I go, people suck. Tell them to shut the fuck up. You know, I mean, if you don't have anything nice, it's a 6-second video. 6 seconds. 511,000. I checked a little while ago. We were at 501.9, and now we're at 511. You can't be great without hate. Let them talk. Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just ridiculous. At 500, I thought we were done. I mean, I remember we were 15, and then I said I was 100. We were at 500,000 views. And some guy's like, oh, you're doing it to get viral. I go, have you checked my feed? I have 1,400 podcasts I've done. I don't even know on TikTok how many I have. Let me see. Jesus, I don't even know. It doesn't say. It says I have 804 following. I have 3 to 5 followers, but it doesn't say how many I have, how many things I put up. But it's a ton. It's a lot, dude. I mean, if we're going back, I couldn't even tell you what show I'm at, but it's a lot, dude. It goes back a ways. I mean, I joined TikTok. I mean, I've been doing this a while. Yeah, it has to be over 500. I think I'm selling myself short. That's how many I've done. Is that, yeah, I couldn't even tell you. That's how, yeah, it's a lot. Well, let me even look here. Okay, so we got, okay, this is even last year basketball. I got John Jones. I got the Lakers in the playoffs. I mean, yeah, I mean, I have a lot. This is, what show is this? That's show number, I can't even tell you. That was 1176. I mean, even if we go, I mean, it's a lot. I don't have to say what I have to say. I don't have to talk this up. I mean, I know I do a lot of shit, but it's a 6-second video. I mean, come on. Yeah, I mean, ridiculous. But you know, I mean, yeah, haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate. And the dumb shit. And they're like, okay, if you're gonna say something, at least have something to put up there. And I go, mind your business. I love putting GFY, go fuck yourself. STFU, shut the fuck up. Those are my favorites. And child please is a good one, but bless your heart, which is basically go fuck yourself. When someone down south says bless your heart, they're basically telling you go fuck yourself. So I say bless your heart a lot of times and stuff like that. And you know, I mean, like, what the fuck you, man? Fuck all of you. You know, I mean, if you're gonna be assholes about it, you know. Oh, and Michigan's got a cousin who, you know, bashing, saying that, you know, when the college football playoff comes out, how can Michigan be number one? Now, reportedly, Michigan had people came to campus today to check things out. They sent this is reportedly that they sent outside firm, the Stein stealing scheme, outside firm's investigation, which turned up videos of and documented plans and budgets for impermissible scouting of the Wolverines' opponents. The Washington Post, citing 2 people familiar with the matter who were not identified, reported Wednesday the firm obtained computer drives maintained and accessed by multiple Michigan coaches. The firm presented evidence to the NCAA last week that suggests Connor Stalions, the low-level staffer suspended by Michigan, was not the only person on staff aware of the scheme, according to the report. I mean, how the fuck does Harbaugh not know about this shit? How could he not know? You run this. You run the program. How does the head coach not know what's going on? And if he calls and he doesn't, I call bullshit. And you still have to, even if you have the information, you still have to beat the team in front of you. Oh, they were stealing signs? Wow. In a football game, you know what? They're going to pass the ball. They're going to run the ball. Still got to stop them. I mean, I feel like it's ridiculous. In this day and age with technology and everything, this is bound to happen. You got to do what the NFL does, where you have everything through a freaking helmet, and that's it. Get this shit out of here and move on. That's what I think. That's my 2 cents. And then Michigan sent me something yesterday that something with the dump happened. Yeah, what did she send me yesterday? Oh, and it was Hayes' birthday yesterday. So I love that. I love that it was his birthday. Yeah, she sent me something yesterday, which I posted that, yeah, could Ohio State be stealing signs also? This was from, I'm trying to see what this is from. This is from David Evans, the Sports Daily. They said fans have been enjoying the downfall. Evidence of potential wrongdoing came to light when internet detectives discovered a curious Venmo transaction between Sam McGrath and Brett Zadepsky, both notable figures on the Dumps college football defensive staff. The transaction, marked ambiguously with what appears to be a clover emoji, took place just 2 days before the game against Notre Dame, which Shootop would like to know, a tight match which they won 17-14. While some observers suggested the transaction could be related to an earlier game against Central Michigan, others believe it's more directly connected to the Notre Dame face-off. But both Venmo accounts have now since turned private. Yeah, okay. So, but I wanted to know what the Venmo transaction was. Photos were taken. These aren't my photos. Yeah, so Sam McGrath and Brent Zadepsky, game information. I don't know. What were they putting stuff up? A clover, maybe they had some information. It's just a clover, but who knows? Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. And U.S. women's national team announced rosters for the exhibition games against Tennessee, November 5th, Duke on November 12th. And let me see, Aaliyah Boston, I love that. Kalea Copper, Alicia Gray, Brittany Griner, Ryan Howard, Ionescu, Laney, Banaje Laney, Azura Stevens, Diana Taurasi, and Jackie. Taurasi's awesome. 41 years young and still playing at this level. That's awesome. I love her. Caroline went to see her play. She's Jordan. I mean, Jordan's Jordan, but Diana Taurasi is legitimate GOAT level in the WNBA. She is still playing at a very high level, and she don't take shit from nobody. Nobody. Because nobody beats the Wiz. Nobody beats the Wiz. Knicks lost last night, one game of the season. The ref said again, okay, they screwed up again. A flopping technical foul against Branson with 6:47 left. They said that Brunson went down to the ground after a missed three-point attempt. He attempted to land on the foot of Jason Tatum, who converted the technical free throw. We missed the foot-to-foot contact, which should have resulted in a personal foul on Tatum and reviewed for flagrant. Had no foot-to-foot contact existed, this type of secondary and theatrical movement by Brunson would meet the criteria for a non-unsportsmanlike technical foul for flopping. Always after the fact. We made a mistake. Our bad. We screwed up. Now, Randall and Brunson shot 11 for 43. And Porzingis came in and scored 30, which was the most points ever in a debut for a Celtic player. I mean, 30 goddamn points. Last night was the first opening game, this was from StatMuse, in the shot clock era, since 1954, where the Knicks shot under 55% on free throws, under 38% on field goals. It's one game. Yes, there's room. This was Knicks Muse. I'm sorry, not StatMuse. Of course there's room for improvement. Yeah, the Sultan of SWAT, this is Steve Bulpett, said that Wednesday night marked the first time since October 27, 1956, the Celtics opened the season with a win at MSG's. That game 67 years ago was Tom Heinsohn's first career game. That's kind of crazy. And Porzingis became the first player in NBA history with at least 30 points, 5 3-pointers, and 4 blocks in the season opener. Take that to the bank. His 30 points were also the most ever by a player in his first game as the Celtics. It surpassed 25 by Dominique Wilkins in 94, also against the Knicks. Kind of interesting. So most points ever, 5 3-pointers, 4 blocks, never been done before. Most points ever in a opening game as a Celtic. Yeah, hey. And they said last night the Knicks with 60% field goals on 10-plus attempts and 70-plus on 3-pointers on 7-plus attempts off the bench. Quickly, who did not get a contract extension, so they're going to have to pay him even more after the season. So thank you, Quickly, for that one. And most missed shots versus the Celtics in the season opener since '85. Number 1, Julius Randle with 17. Thank you, Nick Buse, for that. Celtics dispatched Drew Holiday as a primary defender on Julius Randle last night. When he was the primary defender on Randle last night, 2 points, 10 field goals. Yeah, Knicks were 4 for 23 with Holiday. Knicks were 4 for 23 with Holiday as a defender, 10 for 48 field goals versus Holiday and Porzingis. Yeah, I did not have that stat right. So now I want to look that up because that is not the right stat. Yes, Michigan just realized you called me. You're doing a podcast. I'm not going to get angry because, if you're not checked, she'll say, I'm sorry later. And I'll be like, okay, it's okay, babe. It's okay, Michigan. I am not going to get upset. I'm not going to get upset tonight. I'm not upset because life is too fucking short, right? I got Bumbles listening to the show. I got Josh listening to the show. And in the end, what else matters? I got my boys. And that is all that matters, right? So let me find this. Forsberg. Yes. Okay, Chris Forsberg. Let's find this stat because that's going to bother me because that's what, okay. So when they dispatched Drew Holiday as a primary defender on Randle, Randle had 2 points, 1 for 10, and 2 blocks on Randle. So 4 for 23 with Holiday's defender, 10 for 48. Not going to win many games. Drew Holiday, that was a good pickup for them. Very good pickup. You know what? The Bucks got Lillard, and I kind of feel that we know that that defense wins championships. Defense wins championships. That's what happens, and you need that. And Brunson's the first Knicks point guard to start on opening night in 2 consecutive seasons since Chris Duhon in 2008-2009. So Randle, okay, 5 for 22, 14 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, but no turnovers. It's one goddamn game, folks. Didn't turn the ball over. Hey, you're gonna have bad shooting nights, and they did boo Porzingis. They were chanting, fuck Porzingis and all that stuff. Yeah, which I would see what happened. In New York, you would do that stuff. Fuck Porzingis. Yeah, that's what I would have done if I was there. I'd be yeah. So John McEnroe at the game. Jim Gaffigan, I don't get it. Can someone tell me why Jim Gaffigan has a career? I'm being a little jelly right now because I don't think he's funny at all. I don't get it. I find him highly annoying. He's this dad guy. You just want to he's just a dad guy driving a minivan. And he's at the game like courtside. Jim Gaffigan. Yeah. Yeah, he annoys me. He annoys the hell out of me. Yeah. All right. Yeah. What the hell? Yeah. So they lost. Jalen Brunson was 6 for 21, 15.6 assists. And they lost. Now, Ben Simmons last night, 23 minutes, 4 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. I told you, my buddy Javi said that he kept on dribbling in and passing the ball out. Not enough points. He did almost have a double-double in rebounds and assists, which is good. And Vaughn actually kept him on the bench during crunch time. So they ended up losing by a point. Spider Mitchell, who could be playing somewhere else in the near future. He belonged to Mitchell. He known as Spider, 27 points, and including a game-winning three-pointer in the waning seconds. And Max Strus, 7 for 13 from deep, 27 points. The Nets picked up the fourth-year options on Day'Ron Sharpe and Cam Thomas, who had 36 points off the bench, 24 in the first half. And the final shot was supposed to go to Brooklyn Bridges. LeVert did a good job denying the ball, and Cam Thomas took a bad shot. So 36 points, the most in a season opener off the bench since the NBA began tracking starters over 50 years ago. Yeah, Max Strus had 27 points, 12 rebounds, 7 3-pointers made, which was a franchise record tonight with 7 threes in his debut. Yeah, so, hey, they're going to need a go-to scorer in crunch time. And, they really don't have that guy. Cam Thomas was the only guy in double figures in the first half. That was the highest scoring first half for a net off the bench since 96-97 when Mirza Teletovic had 24. Most points by a bench player in a season opener. Well, it was tied, they said. But in the last 50 years, they said. Hey, you know what? And Cam Thomas missed an off-balance three-pointer. Cam Johnson, a desperate putback attempt at the buzzer, and they ended up losing. Over 17,000. They erased a 13-point first quarter deficit, 6-point cushion. They led with 14 seconds left until Mitchell, who could be playing here, we'll see what happens. And Bridges had 11 of his 20 points in the fourth quarter, but they blew the lead. And, hey, you know what? It's one game. And what did I see that is not going to play? Nick Claxton. Okay, and Stockton lost to Rowan in the road, so they finished 10-3-5. They're in the NGAC tournament. They will play Friday. I'm sorry, no, they lost 3-1 yesterday, so they will play at Rutgers Newark on Saturday. This Saturday at 1, and then I guess if they win that, they play at Montclair State on Wednesday at 7. So I'm thinking, shit, maybe I'll go to that game, even though I got to fly out to Texas the next day. And Hal just told me that his hardball baseball team is, what's the name of his team again? I always forget. Oh, Sugar, right? Isn't Sugar? Yeah, that's the name of their team. Is playing on Sunday. So he said we're going to Texas game against K-State next Saturday. We might go to the Texans-Bucs game on Sunday, and but baseball game in the morning. I'm like, bring it on, dude. Let's do it all. Let's make it all happen. It's magic time. That's what I say. And Pistons, how about this? 20-year-old Asor Thompson, the Thompson twins are both playing in the NBA. Youngest player with 5 blocks at the NBA debut. He passed Sean Bradley, who was 21 at his Sixers debut. Now, Asor is 6'7". Sean Bradley was 7'6". And Jalen Duren went for 17 points, 14 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 blocks in the loss to Miami, 1-point loss. 19 years, 341 days, the youngest player in NBA history to put up those numbers or better in a single game. Cade Cunningham, 30 points, 9 assists. I mean, this is all positive signs going forward. They lost by a point to the Heat. Adebayo had 22 points. Anthony Edwards had 26 points, 14 rebounds, 29% from the field. The T-Wolves, did they lose last night? They lost 97-94 to the Raptors. It's going to happen. Clips, stepping back from Harden, which I think is a great thing. Scoot Henderson's first shot was blocked at the rim by Kawhi Leonard. Missed his first 5 shots. Scoreless at halftime. 11 points on 11 shots. Had as many assists for his turnovers. Blazers lost 123-111 to the Clippers. Paul George, who put in 27, he said, this is not a game to judge him on. It was his first game. He's a hell of a talent. You can tell he's going to be good. Yeah, it's one game, dude. DeAndre Ayton played his first game with the Blazers. Scored just 4 points after picking up 4 fouls in the first 10 minutes. I mean, it's the first game of the season. Victor Wembanyama had a lot of fouls last night and didn't play a lot of minutes at first. Finished with 15 points, 5 rebounds? But, hey, he didn't play great. Did you see the picture of it? It's a little blurry. The Knicks, sponsored by the Sphere, which, Dolan owns, so they were on the Sphere. It's a little blurry, that picture, but it's kind of that Sphere, which I haven't been to, but one of my old clients, David's been there, and the Core Four, Andrea and Steven have been there, and Mark and Amy have been there, and they said it was awesome. And I'm like, I'd like to go there. Well, we'll look about doing that in the future. So the Mavs beat Wembanyama, 15 points, 5 rebounds, just 23 minutes, 9 points in the fourth quarter, which was good. 3 for 5 from 3. And Doncic had 33 points, 13 rebounds, 10 assists. A triple-double. Unbelievable. Yeah, hey, listen. 15 points, 6 and 9 of shooting, 3 made threes, 5 fouls, 1 mind-blowing pregame dunk. Let me see the dunk. Was this dunk mind-blowing? Let's see. And, yeah, it's a windmill. It's okay. It's kind of cool, but, it's all right. Doncic, 57 triple-double of his career last night. 10th most all-time, 5th most among active players. It was also the 20th time that a player had a triple-double in his team's first game of the season. Good for him. Pacers, 143 points last night. They had 110 after three quarters, 143 in the rout of the Wizards. Highest scoring season opener in franchise history. 8 Pacers in double figure. I mean, this is all good stuff for them. Bruce Brown at 24 with 6 threes. Yeah, all right. That's awesome. I like that. Rick Carlisle hasn't won a playoff series since leading the Mavs to the title in 2011, the longest such uninterrupted streak in NBA history, i.e. he coached all seasons in span. He's made 6 playoff appearances over that time with a cumulative record of 10 and 24. Thank you, Wojo. And he signed a multi-year extension. He's nearing his 900 NBA victory. Came back to the Pacers head coach in 2021 and will lead the rebuild. Month a year, no terms, but why do these guys get contract extensions? Why? Please explain. Please explain. I haven't shaved, so I kind of shaved the sides because it drive me crazy, but this has to come off. You can't even tell I have facial hair, really. It just looks like I have a lot of dirt on my face. It really doesn't grow in. And now it's all gray and everything, you know. But, hey, and I'll maybe keep the mustache and Michigan will go, get rid of it. Get rid of it. And tonight, no Booker, no Beal. Sun Stars will miss the game due to injuries. Durant called LeBron James top 2 players of all time when asked about his first regular season matchup with him since Christmas 2018. And he said he's still a huge draw at 40. 38. Jared Greenberg said, you know he's not 40, right? Sorry, Bron. Sorry, my bad. My bad. But I thought that was good. Thank you, Dwayne Rankin, for that one. I thought that was hilarious. My bad. My bad. Thought that was funny. I did. I thought it was funny. Zion Williamson, hey, still around. Bumbles talks about him all the time. 23.7 rebounds, 3 assists, couple dunks. Pelicans beat the Grizz 111-104. How about this? The Bulls locker room, first game of the season, they lose to OKC, and they had a team meeting. Julia Pope said, Billy Donovan says, when he walked in the Bills locker room tonight, players were already in heated conversations. He asked if they wanted to leave to handle conflict. Players said yes, so we did. He said, he emphasized that embracing conflict is key for this year's roster. Embracing conflict. It's opening night. You played one game. I don't know if I want that kind of conflict after one game. One game. Yeah. Walked in. All right. Zach Levine says Billy Donovan told him he's sitting for final 10 minutes of second quarter solely on 3 fouls and on early struggles in the game. I can't take that as a good sign, guys. You're having a heated, players in the first game of the season, and I know it's early, but goddamn, that's a little early for that. And Chet Holmgren had 11 points, 4 for 7, 2 for 3 from 3, 4 rebounds. Okay, first game. And De'Aaron Fox with the Kings is signing an endorsement deal with Curry Brand at Under Armour for Shams Charania. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Hornets guaranteeing their 116-110 win. Trae Young and DeJounte Murray combined for 7-33 shooting. Wizards, no defense. Highest scoring season opener by any team since 1990. Porzingis got it done. 9 straight in the final 234 to close it out. How about that? The Rockets spent hundreds of millions of dollars to put veterans around their young core. The Magic did not. Orlando beat Houston 116-86. The 1995, they said, NBA Finals revenge game. Yeah, Cavs survived Cam with 36. Jimmy Butler. Yeah, I mean, good God. But Cade Cunningham missed a three-pointer that could have won the game. Raptors won Battle of the North, 97-94. Minnesota 34-point shooting. Cat and Anthony duo had 45 points on 52 shots. Yeah, and I have their stats. I saw their stats. It was not pretty. Yeah, it was not pretty at all. What did I see? I saw I saw Cat. Where did I see that? Yes. Cat and Anthony combined 16 for 52. Anthony was 8 for 27 or 26 points, and Cat was 8 for 25 for 19 points. Not going to win many games like that. That's ugly. That's some ugly basketball. Yeah, that's really stinky. Stinky, say I. And what did I see? Oh yeah, Dana White. Vince McMahon is the Michael Jordan of the business world. Okay, if you say so. Connor Stallion's Michigan job interview. You all know me. You know how I earn a living. That was from Jaws. I didn't think. And I didn't get this one. How a Halloween costume secured. This is Kyle Umlang, who always bashes Texas A&M. Texas A&M's daddy. It's a guy with a Last Stand hat, Texas shirt, gold chain, diamond studs, Hazy IPA, 101 Aggie Facts, volumes 1 through 3, adult size costume. I said, no. And a photo, Jordan photo, first game, black and white, sold for $175,000 earlier this year. $175,000 for a black and white picture of Jordan. That's crazy. Well, Jordan's the best. There's only one Jordan. And the soccer stadium carved into a mountain. In Portugal, a stadium called the Quarry is literally carved into a granite hillside and supported by cables stretching over the field. The stadium seats over 30,000 and hosts major games. Just this week, Real Madrid visited for a UEFA Champions League match. Two 15,000-seat grandstands are flanked by the granite hill, creating one of the most unique viewing atmospheres in sports. Look at this. I mean, you can see the granite on the side of the seat. See the granite? It's kind of cool, man. The granite's cool, man. Oh, I went a little crazy, so I lost that page. Yeah, the granite is in the side of the mountain. It's hard to see. It's hard to see on my YouTube page, but yeah, it's hard to see. Yeah, but it's kind of like on the side. You can see the rocks. Yeah, it's on the side of the rocks, and you got to walk up. When you walk up the hills, when you're walking up the stairs, you got to walk. You're walking on blocks of granite. I mean, it's really cool, man. Yeah, granite on their way to the match. The challenge of designing and building a stadium like this was huge, and it won architect Eduardo Soto de Mora the Pritzker architecture's version of the Pulitzer Prize. It's really cool, man. Yeah, it's in the it just overhead. It just looks awesome. It's beautiful. So I'm like, I'd like to go to that game. And FCS Northwestern State was 0 for 6. Gets the remaining of the schedule. Ronnie Caldwell was injured and was like helping coach the team. Was multiple gunshot wounds by former players of the program, and head coach Brad Laird resigned. Yeah, in Louisiana, and I'm not going to even, I always pronounce that wrong. That's the pronunciation. If I had Gumbo Chef here, he'd help me out. And I always pronunciation. Yeah, all right, here we go. The pronunciation is, how do locals pronounce it? Oh, that's not going to happen. Nacogdoches. Nacogdoches. No, this is Louisiana, though. This isn't in Texas. Yeah. Oh, that's what I got to see. Pronunciation, it's different in Texas than it is Louisiana. Yeah. How do you pronounce Nacogdoches? I don't think that's right. No, that's not right. That's not right. No, that's bullshit. No. I think that's wrong. This one. How about this one? Get to this. Okay, so I got to ask Gumbo Chef. Yeah. Yeah, I'll ask him. Pronunciation. Yeah, so that's what I got to ask him because I don't know how to pronounce that. How come I can't write the word pronounce? Yeah, I don't know because I looked at that. I was like, that really sucks. It really sucks that kid got killed. Football player. That should never happen. Never. I mean, it's terrible. Oh, and UNC hockey. I can't get anybody from the program on the show, but they're playing Friday night against NC State at the Wake Competition Center. So good luck, Tar Heel hockey on that one. And Ottawa Senators Senator Shane Pinto suspended 41 games for activities related to sports wagering. It's retroactive to the first game of the season. He's currently without a contract as a restricted free agent. He has an online gaming account in the U.S. that was flagged by the NHL Integrity Protection Partner, which alerted the league. The Sun writes that it was because of unusual activity. It was the first gambling-related suspension in the NHL since the legalization of sports wagering via the U.S. Supreme Court in 2018. Yeah, okay. In 2021, the Senators became the first NHL team to put a gambling advertisement on their helmets through a deal with Bet99. Okay, well, gambling on any game is prohibited. It's a rule posted in every dressing room. Yeah, well, I see that went well. Now he's in his fourth season, having scored 43 points in 99 games with the Senators. He'll be able to sign a new contract in January 2024 since he hasn't played enough games to be considered a Group 2 restricted free agent. Were that the case, then he would have had to sign a contract by December 1st, 2023. And I guess they're going to sign him. They said when this comes, we'll sign him again. And they want to decentralize the draft. So I asked Angus, he didn't get back to me, but Ari did. So basically, they had the draft, and everybody was in the same place. So they want to do what like the NFL and NBA do, where the players will be the players will be somewhere, and the coaches they could be in their war rooms or whatever. I mean, is that a big deal? I don't know. I saw that. I was like, and the Devils lost 6-4, but Jack Hughes had 13 assists in 6 games. I mean, the guy's playing out of his mind. That's pretty awesome, right? I mean, that's awesome. The Kings won 130-114. And yeah, Scoot did not have a good game, but hey, it's one game. Bills are 9.5-point favorite over the Bucks tonight, both slumping. Buffalo's lost 2 of the last 3. Tampa's lost 3 of the last 4. You got the Bills' top 5 offense versus Buccaneers defense, allowing the fewest touchdowns, 10, and points per game, 17.3 this season. All right. They're also the league leaders in takeaways, 2.2 a game. Maybe I need to think a little bit less and play football. Well, I don't know. Something's got to change. And also, Baker Mayfield looks to attack a Bills secondary that let Mac Jones have a 126.7 passer rating, 25 of 32, 72, 2 touchdowns. I think he had like 1 incompletion last game. So, I mean, good God. Not good. No bueno. And Daniel Jones, they said, probably not going to be cleared, so it's going to be Tyrod Taylor will start against the Jets. Now, it sounds like Sauce Gardner and G.J. Reed still in concussion protocol. So, these guys could be out against the Giants. What's going on here? And Sauce says he's feeling no symptoms or anything. So I don't know what's going on there. Oh, and the Pats signed Jalen Reagor, the former bust of the Eagles, of the Vikings, a former first-round draft pick, who has sucked everywhere he's gone. And he was on and off the practice squad. He had 1 catch for 11 yards last week in the win over Buffalo. Vital part of their team, I thought. Jalen Reagor is a guy who, I don't know why he's still around, but I don't know. And Sean McVay, they said most football players have kids on Mondays and Tuesdays. Well, Tuesday they had a son named Jordan John McVay. His wife, Veronica, congrats to them. Said he hasn't got any sleep. Good for them. Jordan's middle name is John after McVay's late grandfather, former San Francisco executive John McVay. He said Jordan's original due date was October 31st. The date his grandfather died in 2022. So very cool. Represent your family, loved ones. I thought that was great. And Jalen Hurts in the locker room post game after their win over the Dolphins on Sunday said they're going to say the Eagles back, but we never fucking went anywhere. We know when we control, we can be the best. He said we're the best at this shit. I'm paraphrasing because I tried to read it the way he said it and it didn't flow. So I'm trying to clean it up a little bit for me. And so basically, you know who you are. And if you play and get it done, then that's a good thing. And he threw an interception. This is all from Eagles Nation. Darius Slay was on the sidelines telling everyone, we're going to get one next drive. After TD, Hurts told Slay, let's get one. Ball don't lie. Give me one back. Slay followed through. Yeah, so they got it done. And most rushing touchdowns in NFL history, first 4 seasons, Cam Newton 33 of a quarterback, Jalen Hurts 32. And I saw this thing, Travis Kelce after the game against the Chargers, he told San Diego rookie defensive lineman Scott Matlock, know both. He said anything you can say. He said know both sides of the ball. Just don't know about know your offensive and defensive side. Good to know both. Also, with the guy next to you, go to war with. Have fun, enjoy the game. And I thought that was pretty cool. That he said know both sides, which is true. You know, okay, I play offense. Well, you kind of want to know what the defense is doing. You want to know what's going on in the defensive so you can, exploit those things when you play. And Travis Kelce exploits those things. Travis Kelce's a hell of a fucking football player. And and I like that Matlock went up to him and said, "Hey, can you give me some advice? Anything you can pass on, some nuggets of knowledge?" And he did. Yeah, and I love, made me think of Kramer. Kramer, man, I love the stuff you gave me, Bumbles about the baseball. I love when people send me stuff. Like Jason always gives me good stuff. Lanker sends me stuff that, Lanker sent me something about how there's a dearth of teams that have won in the Midwest in the NBA. It's either like out west, it's California or Texas, and it's nowhere else. Like, it's amazing how only certain regions have won NBA championships. And I said, dude, come on the show. He goes, oh, I don't want to embarrass myself. I said, Lanker, you always have good stuff to give me. And Trimble wants to come on. And I said, Bill, he wants to talk about, training athletes. And I said, dude, I want you on. Let's make it happen. I want everybody on. Let's make it happen. Tyreek Hill is not in danger. He said, I'm playing. Come on. Of course he's playing. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't see. Yeah. They said if Mostert is dealing with an ankle, they said they'll lean on Salvon Ahmed and Jeff Wilson Jr. This is from True Media. The Dolphins are putting players in motion at the snap more than any other team in the rest of the league have noticed, writes Josh Dubow. Miami has run a league high 77% of its plays with a player in motion at the snap. The players have scored 27 of the 31 offensive touchdowns with a player moving at the snap. Kyle Shanahan said that as soon as the Dolphins had success, he said more teams added it each week, especially in offices similar to the ones in Miami and San Francisco. Well, Miami's not playing as well, and San Francisco's not playing as well lately. So we'll see what happens there. The Commanders signed Washington Commanders owner Josh Harris, whose other professional sports organizations have strong analytics. He hired Eugene Shen. Hey, Lisa, the Duke fan. Fuck Duke. The Duke fan. I want Lisa on. I wanted Lisa on a show to talk about basketball. She's been coaching forever. Her daughter's been playing college basketball. Can't get her on. Lisa, I'm dropping the gauntlet. Come on the show. Let's talk some sports. I'll even talk Duke with you. Which is going to have a much better season than UNC this season. But we shall see. But so they hired a guy for analytics, which I like, Eugene Shen, as a senior VP of football strategy Thursday. He will oversee their analytics as well as the software development on the football side. Will start on November 6th. He's worked with 3 other organizations. Just went and grabbed Ahmed after that news off the waiver wire. Thank you. Oh, you think he's going to be worth it? Josh, is he a good guy to pick up? Because I'm nervous I'm going with Pollard and I'm going with Pacheco. And well, I think it's going to be good. Okay. You think he's going to be the guy? Okay. All right. So we'll see how this works out. So Harris is primary owner of the Sixers and the Devils. They have analytics in both of those franchises. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing. And in 2021, Washington was named one of the least analytical advanced teams, tied with the Bengals and ahead of the Titans. So now that's something they're going to work with, and hopefully it'll take the franchise in the right direction. Nikki Javala, firm ball from the table for Montez Sweat. Compensation not clear. Interest, but no offers for Chase Young. Yet long-term health part of that equation. Deshaun Watson it looks like they're playing JP. Who's the Browns backup? PJ Walker is going to play. I guess the rookie out of UCLA. What's his name? They're not going to play him. Stay with Pollard and Pacheco, but grab Ahmed if you have the room. Yeah, but you know who I got as a backup? I got Algier, I think. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I feel that Pollard is a guy who could, have a catch for like 80 yards. So I guess we'll see what happens on that front. Yeah, and they said the Broncos could likely pry Jacoby Brissett from the Commanders. I don't know if that's going to happen. Stephon Diggs has scored 7 touchdowns since Week 18 of the 2022 season, tied for most among NFL wide receivers. Will he have a good game today? David Montgomery will not practice ahead of their Monday night game against the Raiders due to a rib injury, sidelined him last week against Baltimore. And give the ball to Jahmyr Gibbs, man. Just give him the fucking ball. I mean, come on, dude. And I thought this was great for Morning Blitz. After acquiring wide receiver Chase Claypool in a trade with the Steelers last season, the Bears went 0-13. So traded Claypool to the Dolphins. The Bears are 2-1. Miami was 5-1 before activating Claypool and is now 0-1 since activating him. The Steelers were 2-6 with him on the roster in 2022 and 11-4 since trading him. 11-4 since trading him. Chase Claypool has won 2 games in the last 2 seasons and 0 in the last year. That sucks. That means you're not very good. No. And Bishop Sycamore, I still haven't watched the documentary. I got to watch it. BS High, closing the book on Roy Johnson. Well, reportedly, Zach Joachim of the Richmond Times-Dispatch Wednesday scheduled to play Life Christian Academy based in Chester, VA, at Virginia State University in nearby Petersburg on November 9th. Yeah, there was some message board chatter, but Life Christian football coach David Fitzgerald said the new Bishop Sycamore staff is seeking to revitalize his reputation, and he was contacted. Said they're in a rebuilding process. So Fitzgerald is the first-year coach at Life Christian Academy, LCA. They play all their home games at Virginia. Where the hell is that? Virginia State University. He said, we're a Christian school. We believe in second chances. Life Christian is 1-6, having won their first game this past weekend, but have been blown out in a lot of games. Yeah. And Roy Johnson's going to be in the sidelines, which I don't think you don't want him running the goddamn program. I think that's a mess. Yeah, I guess we're going to see how that works out. So Dusty Baker wants to remain in the game as an advisor, preferably working on the West Coast for a West Coast team close to home. Orioles have promoted Anthony Villa to director of player development. Took over Matt Blood, who was promoted to VP of player development and domestic scouting. And Chris Holt won't serve as pitching coach next season, but remains director of pitching. And Darren Holmes not back as assistant pitching coach. And the NLCS Game 7 was on Tuesday, so it didn't have the Monday Night Football to deal with. It did become the most watched LCS round since 2019. Above the becoming the MLB's most watched LCS round since 2019. 9.1 million viewers over TBS, True TV, and Max. The most watched MLB game of the 2023 season so far. Far better than Monday night, where 6.92. But come on, Monday Night Football. And Tuesday, you had an NBA doubleheader and a pair of NHL games on ESPN. Well, actually, it was the Frozen Frenzy. Wasn't that on Tuesday? So, Frozen Frenzy was, Tuesday. Yeah, all right. So, hey, what the hell? All right. The Devils lost. Devils have the best power play, followed by the Red Wings, Canucks, Maple Leafs, and Lightning. The worst is the Flyers, Ducks, Blues, Blackhawks, and Capitals. And an ESPN analysis of 3 million tweets by Pine Paula found an overwhelming majority of Power 5 athletic departments tweeted more about men's teams than women's, even though women's teams outnumbered men. So the Power 5, more women's teams than men's teams, and they're still tweeting more about the men's game. It's like, you got to give equal shares. You have to spread the love, man. You can't just go one way. I just find that interesting. Women can't catch a break. I mean, in women's sports, listen, the Nebraska volleyball game outdrew the Nebraska Northwestern football game on Big Ten Network. Says something, huh? Better product. I know Nebraska's 4-3, but Big Red is not the Big Red anymore. That's a shitty program. They're playing. They used to dominate every season. They were playing in big bowls every goddamn season. They're not that team anymore. And the Formula One Las Vegas Grand Prix announced plans for an opening ceremony. 30,000 fans with 20 drivers in attendance. It's going to air on ESPN2 on November 15th. 9 artists will be performing, plus performances by Blue Man Group and Cirque du Soleil. And ESPN has surpassed PSG as the most followed brand on all TikTok, now with more than 41.6 million followers. I'm not that high yet, but I'll get there. And Annika Sorenstam followed her retirement as the first ever women's U.S. Open at Pebble Beach this summer. She's now been invited to join Augusta National Golf Club. She's won 97 times as a professional, 72 of those coming on the LPGA Tour, 10 majors, 8-time LPGA Player of the Year. Yeah, she's phenomenal. She has been on the shortest list of short lists when the conversation turns to the best women to ever tee up. Augusta National had until 2012 not admitted female members before Condoleezza Rice and Darla Moore over 10 years ago. She has served as the honorary starter for the Augusta National Women's Amateur in the past. The women's event played the week before the Masters. So, I mean, she's done a lot of stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah. Roquan Smith indicates he'll play versus Cardinals despite dealing with a shoulder injury. Oh, my God. I can't talk about this. Watson's unsure how long shoulder injury will linger. Okay, so he's unsure how he's going to linger. Doesn't know when he'll be able to play as he continues to rehabilitate injured throwing shoulder. Right now, we're not in a space where I should be out there. I'm trying to get to a percentage where I can go out there and be very, very beneficial for the team. Hey, says something. He's been ruled out this Sunday against the Seahawks. PJ Walker led him, but PJ Walker didn't play great. 1 for 5 yards. He's completed 60% of his passes this season, 683, 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Yeah, I don't think he's been that great. I guess we're going to see how soon that actually happens. Hill's going to play again, he said. Oh, I'm in a group chat with the Raimundos. All right. Did I miss anything else? No. Bumbles has been very quiet today. I think he's been working. All right. Let me get some trivia questions. Didn't hear from Michigan. All right. Got basketball tonight. Got football tonight. No almost Dame time in Milwaukee. Congrats to you. Dawson Knox to the IR for the Bills. Bucks open against who the Bucks playing tonight? Bucks. Dame arrives for opener. In a sweatsuit. Who's the Bucks playing tonight? Who are the Bucks playing tonight? Yeah, and I was trying to get an answer from Gumbo Chef. Bucks are playing tonight, hosting the Sixers without Harden. All right. Trivia question from last show was Kettle Marte, single season, postseason record, 19 hits tied. Who in Diamondbacks franchise history? Steve Finley in 2001. Today, trivia question. J.J. McCarthy currently has the shortest odds of winning the Heisman Trophy at plus 250. Who was the last Big Ten player to win the Heisman Trophy? So, who was it? Who was the last Big Ten player to win the Heisman? Was it Charles Woodson, Saquon Barkley, Troy Smith, or Eddie George? Who was the last Big Ten football player to win the Heisman? Charles Woodson, Saquon, Troy Smith, or Eddie George? Josh, thank you so much. Lisa, Michigan, Joe, Bumbles, thank you for all the stuff. RK, Kramer, LG always reaches out, has good stuff for me. And yeah, I'd like to get more people on. So I want to get the company on. Aaron, again, Aaron was great having you on the other night. I have to go to, and I'm going to miss some of the game tonight because I have to go to Newark Airport at 10:45 to do a global entry interview at 10:45 tonight. All right. Peace out, everybody. Have a great night. Send love to Michigan, my mom, Mrs. S, Carol and Carol. Yeah. Thank you, Josh, man. I just love that Josh is always here, like gung-ho. And Bumbles usually, so Bumbles had to be working. And Lisa, I'd love to have you on, or the daughter. Maybe all of you want to talk basketball. That'd be great. Lisa and the whole family. Let's have you on. All right. Peace out, everybody. Have a great night. Adios.